two things this evening. We welcome back onto the stage the Chief Fire Officer for Cheshire, Mr. Steve McGurk.
Well, there's very little I'd like to add, just a couple of small and very pleasant duties. Ryan, I think it was Ryan that mentioned it, or Mike, but one of the two lads on Thorncross mentioned that this was the second time they'd have to stand up and give a speech to an audience. The first occasion was at a conference that was held at the Peace Centre in Warrington, which was all about the Fire Brigade and its association and its work with young people. And they actually got up and spoke in an improvised way, in an impromptu presentation, and they did superbly well. I think Mike stumbled on the word empathy and was pleasing himself for getting it out in the end. But on that occasion, all these speakers got a small presentation. Because we didn't realise that Mike and Ryan would be speaking on that occasion, unfortunately we didn't have a gift to give them to say thanks for standing up and speaking. So we'd just like to rectify that tonight with a small plaque as a token of our gratitude for acting as ambassadors for Thorncross. And if you'd like to step forward, I'd like to present them with it. Mike and Ryan. I think, as Peter said, there really is very little else to add to everything that you've heard from the speakers tonight. I always scribble a few notes on these occasions, and I hang on to these programmes, and I suppose in 20 years' time I'll take them out and look at them again and smile to myself, because there's always a few pearls of wisdom come out on these events. I think they're very important, for me they're very important, to keep your feet on the floor. We're delighted that Ryan and Mike in particular were part of this programme. As I said, this is the second occasion that we've had actually serving offenders who are in the middle of a sentence at an institution at Thorncross. And Carol Davis, the Governor of Thorncross, is here tonight. It's Carol Davis and Mike, not the Governor. You thought it was a 4.5-year sentence. Forget the good behaviour bit. Carol, I'm sure, is very proud of the young lads. They've done a fantastic job. They've followed the pattern that is now already established for youngsters from Thorncross, and we very much look forward to having more youngsters from Thorncross on the programme. They're a delight, actually, really good lads. But I also pick up a couple of points. I think you can often forget on these occasions that you're giving these programmes, you're developing these programmes, and you forget that the people on it are volunteers. You can sometimes fall into the trap of thinking that they're sort of all grateful and it's a fantastic experience for all of them. And I think Mark tonight made a couple of points to me. I think Peter was alluding to that earlier. I'm sure still waters. If Mark was shy when he started the course, I think we'd crack that one in the last few minutes. For Mark, I suspect that the words "it's been okay" and "fully served its purpose" as an assessment of the quality of the course is I suspect, high praise indeed. And I can assure you, Mark, whether Prince Charles likes it or not, I'm not going to fiddle the success rate of this course. And I can assure you, none of the other instructors. But I think it's very nice that one of the volunteers does assess our quality. We're not doing this for sort of pats on the back or anything. We're doing it because, in the main, it really does help young people. Three or four words come out consistent with these presentations, and those words are tolerance and confidence, teamwork. I think those three things are probably the three reasons why the fire service is associated with the Prince's Trust, because most people would think it a little bit unusual for a fire brigade to do this kind of work. We go out and put fires out and rescue people from car crashes and those kinds of things. What on earth have we got to do with working with young people? There's lots of other agencies that can do that. Well, I think we've proved in Cheshire over a number of years now that actually the skills and qualities that firefighters need to do their job that they do in society are transferable, and they actually work to help young people who maybe have taken a wrong turn in life to get back on the right track. And I think the evidence speaks for itself. So really all I'd like to do finally is to add my congratulations to everybody else tonight, to the young people, not only for finishing the programme in such a successful way, for the projects that they've done and for the other people they've helped whilst they've been on this programme, and for the courage and resilience in standing up and speaking in such a wonderful way to an audience like this. So could I finally offer those congratulations and say a few votes of thanks? Could I thank the Deputy Mayor of Halton and Warrington and their partners for coming along this evening and supporting the occasion. It's important that the civic figures in all the communities that we work in do support the Prince's Trust. They're an important part of the community, and it keeps the community feel to the whole exercise. Could I thank members of our own fire authority who have come along, and they come along on every occasion to support these events. We actually do need the money to carry on paying people wages to come and support these activities, and it is actually the fire authority that encourages to do that, and the support is appreciated. They do it because they can see the value of it. Could I thank the firefighters and officers of the brigade who help out behind the scenes. The Outdoor Pursuits Week takes an awful lot of organisation, takes an awful lot of support in terms of instructors and people to help out behind the scenes. Most of that support is provided by firefighters from within the brigade, and the vast majority of them take their own holiday, take their own time off, so that they can actually go along and help youngsters because they think it's the right thing to do, there's no other reason. But we really do appreciate the help. Could I thank Peter Evans and the other team of the Prince's Trust? Again, their support is invaluable. Last but certainly not least, could I thank Paul Prescott? This is Paul, believe it or not, this is Paul's first team with us. I thought he came across like a veteran. Certainly the results spoke for themselves. Could I ask to show you appreciation again for Paul? Last and certainly not least, could I thank all of you. I did ask you to make them feel welcome, make them feel at home. You certainly did that. I hope you enjoyed the evening. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, refreshments are available at the rear of the hall, and our volunteers will now remain on the stage so you can all get your cameras out and take some photographs. And this will end our presentation for this evening. And once again, can I thank you all for attending.